Good morning, team. Wednesday, May 6th. Really good workout. We have 2 segments where you are going to do 3 to 5 rounds. Each segment has 3 or 4 exercises, and your job is to go through them once as quickly as you can. Take a consistent 1-minute break at the end, and then get into round 2. When you train, the amount of rest you get is critical, and it matters. Heavy weights, a lot of rest, come back with your muscles relaxed. If it's more about endurance training, maybe some toning, fat burning type approaches, consistent minimal rest. We want our heart rate up for long periods of time and recovering and dropping for short periods of time. So keep that in mind. Okay, 3 to 5 rounds. Segment 1. We're going to do max curls. As many curls as we can. You can do that in various ways, whether you have a straight bar, independent objects like 2 kettlebells or dumbbells. 10 iso lunges on each side. We're going to do we're going to do a lunge isolated on one side, so 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, 10 in a row, with or without weight, both sides. And then 10 to 15 shuffle touch minimum, and then again rest 1 minute max. Start the second round, 3 to 5 rounds. Some of you might want to go further. If you do 5 rounds and you feel you have more in you, then you should go further. Not everything we write on the board is a magic number, so it may not affect you. You may want to do a little bit more. You may want to do a little bit less. Segment 2 has 4 stations. Max tricep dips or tricep extensions, and we'll go over ways to do that. Max calf raisers, so we want to focus only on calves in exercise 2, and we want to vary the tempo. We're going to go over that. 1 Turkish get up on each side, and then after the second Turkish get up, when you go all the way back down, you'll be on your back anyway. Max bikes. After you do those segments, we have 2 5-minute clocks. You're going to run a 5-minute clock like a stopwatch and do as much work as you can. Station 1, max burpees. Do as many as you can. Then rest about 2 minutes, and then run another 5-minute clock and do a plank for 5 minutes, holding your plank as long as you can, minimizing your collapse times. Try not to collapse and rest too often. When you do, take a consistent amount of breaths, maybe 3 to 5 deep breaths, and then get back into your plank. Let's go over the whole workout now. Okay, so segment 1 is superset packages for 3 to 5 rounds minimum. In that first package, we have max curls. Now, just make sure whatever curl you do, you have really good posture, proud chest, heart forward, shoulders back, and focus on minimal movement at the shoulder. A lot of people, when they do curls, they don't realize it, but they don't isolate their bicep, because what they do is, if you watch me, I'm going to make a mistake here. As they curl, they also come forward. So you take workload off of the muscle that's intended by incorporating a major section of your body, which is your shoulders. Don't do that. Try to isolate your shoulders when you curl. Some people like to lean back on a wall with their feet out a little, making it easier to isolate shoulders. Just make sure you isolate that shoulder and you only pivot at the elbow. Even if you don't get full range of motion, that's okay. Now, you can go with a reverse grip today if you want to try it differently. It'll really incorporate your forearms. Reverse grip curls are really important things to mix in. So if you've been doing curls in this workout, do them differently. Go with the reverse grip, palms down. Station 2 are 10 lunges on each side, but they're isolated. So with or without weight, we want to get 1 foot forward, 1 foot back on a toe, and we want to hold weight here or here if we're going to use weights, and we want to isolate and now do 10 lunges. So we're going to drop for 1, maybe touch the ground or not, and go up. When you go up, you do not lock out that front leg. You start at about 15 degrees bent, maybe 20. We're going to go all the way down, so now you've got like a 90-degree bend, and we're going to go back, maybe to even a 45-degree angle. So we're down and we're up. Now, important coaching point, when you do lunges, you breathe out on the way down. It helps you to kind of muscle up and reverse and switch directions. So we're going to breathe out on the way down and return for 10 in a row. If it's too easy for you or you want a different challenge, do a 1.5 move. So go down, up a little, down again, up for 1. Double dip 2. So we'll do 10 on each side. Down, maybe a double dip 1. Down, maybe a double dip 2. Exercise 3. In this package, we're going to blow out shuffle touch. 1, 1, 2, 2, on our way to 10 to 15 total reps. That's the first package. When I'm done with my shuffle touch, my heart rate's going to be up. I'm going to look at or guesstimate 1 minute and get right back into that package for round 2, doing 3 to 5 rounds minimum. After that whole package is over, I can take a maybe 90-second to 3-minute break before getting into that next package of 4 exercises. Number 1, tricep dips or extensions. Now, depending on what equipment you have at home, if you have elevated bars, something you can use about waist high, hip high, mid ribs high, we can do some kind of a dip type move. If you can't do dips, just like when we do pull-ups, you can do a jump up with a controlled fight gravity fall. Jump up, use your legs for a boost. You can use an elevated surface. Fingers would be forward, legs out, and you can do tricep extensions or dips on an elevated surface. If you want to make it harder, get your feet off of the ground. The higher your feet go, the better, to put much more weight and pressure on those triceps. The easiest way to do it, feet underneath, because your legs can give you a bit of a boost. Second way to do it, a little harder, legs out. Hardest way to do it, legs out but legs elevate. So we've got some kind of a tricep extension or dip. If you've got weights, I'd like you to try this move today. Down on one knee, tricep kickback. So left knee down, dumbbell in my left hand. I'm going to lean forward just a little bit, proud chest, but I'm leaning forward about 45 degrees, elbow up so that the top of my arm is flat. If you look along the top of my tricep, it is parallel with the ground. I'm not overly high, I'm not down either. So tricep up, okay, parallel with the ground, extend, and when you get there, squeeze and hold, down slow. Up squeeze, down slow. Up squeeze, down slow. Even with no weight, you can feel that tricep trigger. One of the big mistakes people make with triceps is they never get straight. So whether you're doing dips, tricep kickbacks, some kind of an overhead or out front extension, you have to lock that arm tight to trigger the tricep properly. Some people never really get there. You got to get totally locked out. So exercise 1 in this package, which we've talked about for a long time already, tricep dips or extensions, max reps. Number 2 are calf raisers. So what you can do for calf raisers is you can simply grab any kind of railing or wall and just kind of place your hands gently, and then we want to raise calves. And varied tempo is important. So we might do a whole bunch quickly, and then we might go up, slow, hold, down. Up, slow, hold, down. We're going to vary our tempo, and we're going to go for max reps. If you can get onto some kind of a stair or elevated surface, even better, because now your heels can go lower than your toes, and you can go up as high as you can. Again, we're going to vary tempo. We're going to blast through some quick ones, and then go really slow. Calf raisers. You can even bounce on your toes with minimal knee bending. Now, just those calf raisers were tough for me for 2 reasons. A lot of times we rarely do calves. Reason number 2, my calves are pathetic and not very muscular. Number 3 in this package is a full Turkish getup. You're going to need to do your homework on a Turkish getup. I'm going to show you very quickly how to do one on each side. If you start with your weights in your right hand, that means your right knee is bent. Right hand up, I call it right knee up. Your other leg is not straight out. It's open on a 45-degree angle, as is your arm. We're going to push off that right flat foot, so we're going to roll to the elbow, extend the straight arm. This is an important move. We're going to go up, drag under, get my knee as close to my hand as possible so I can release that hand and still have a base on the floor. Fix your back leg and front leg so you're in a lunge. Stand. Consider doing the windmill. Whether you do it or not, we go back down the way we came. Now I got to replace that knee with this hand so I have a base to slide out, controlled fall, collapse, switch sides. Now it's on the left side, so my left knee is up. This leg is 45 degrees. Elbow straight arm. Up, drag the knee. My eyes are on the screen. Your eyes should be on the kettlebell the whole time. So I'm going to start doing that. Stare at the weights. Stand. Keep your eyes on the weight the whole time, or even an empty fist. Start going down the way you came. Opposite leg goes down. Get the arm down. Slide the leg out. Now, we go right into station 4, which is max bikes. Max bikes, if we want, we can vary tempo. We can hold, squeeze tight, hold, squeeze tight, and then just rock out a whole bunch. This package, the entire workout really, is better if you wear ankle weights. Now, you might want to take them off for this next segment. After you're done with that package that we just went over, 3 to 5 rounds, when you're ready, you're going to run 2 5-minute clocks. One at a time, but you're going to run a 5-minute clock for max burpees. You're going to do as many as you can in 5 minutes. After you do your max burpees, you're going to do a max plank. So, when you do your plank, I just want to give you various ways to do it. Let's quickly review the burpee. Make sure you've got a nice wide base. I keep fixing this camera today, I'm sorry. I don't really have editing equipment, I just keep walking back and forth. Okay, feet wide, palms down, jump and fall. See my feet wide in the back, that's critical. Keep them wide, stand. The best way to transition between burpees is keeping your feet wide. So you'll run a 5-minute clock, you're gonna get really tired. You're gonna shake it out, take real deep breaths, and then keep chopping away at it. Keep chopping wood, and knock out 5, 3 reps at a time if you have to. Try to make 5 the minimum reps you do in a row. After you do your burpees for 5 minutes, when you're ready, a 5-minute plank. Now there's ways to make planks tougher. The easiest plank is push-up position. To make it a little harder, standard plank, down on our forearms, elbows and toes with your nose over your thumbs. If you want to make it harder, walk backwards. So your thumbs are now out in front of you. Bring it up if you begin to struggle. And of course we can lift the leg even in opposite arm. I'm going to lose my shoes. You can lift the leg, opposite arm, or just the arm. Maybe some glute kicks like yesterday. Again, ankle weights are good here. Rest as needed. Count your breaths. When you're ready, get back into your plank. So, today's workout, let's review it at the board. Okay, how'd we do? We've got our nutrition progression, stay with it. 3 to 5 rounds. This package has 3 exercises, this one has 4. You do this package first, 3 to 5 rounds minimum. When you're done and you're finished, maybe after that 5th round, take a minute or 2 off or more, begin that next package. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you need help with Turkish get-ups, watch the part of the video that I did it for over and over again. I can also send you a link of a practice video, or you can just YouTube Turkish get-ups and see many different ways to do it with different things, whether it be a dumbbell or a kettlebell or even a barbell. If anybody can do a barbell held Turkish get-up, send it to me today. Then you've got 2 5-minute clocks. 5-minute burpees, then 5-minute plank. So let's do the burpees first. Get really exhausted, then finish with the plank. Make it harder on your core. We often do planks at the end of our workouts. I know you do with Coach Angie a lot. I don't do them too often. Maybe I should. So in her workouts, she does a great job of doing planks at the end, which is good because you're tired. Your core is involved in everything you do, and now you have to work it even harder and isolate it for this particular 5-minute finish. Send videos, send pictures, send me ideas of small businesses in the area to support for this week, and I'll see you tomorrow morning.